Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Trade with Precision free video newsletter. I want to do something a little bit different this week, and I want to show you a video that was published this week in our paid version of this newsletter. Obviously as a free subscriber you get one video per week. As a paid subscriber you get 2 or more videos per day on a whole range of different topics. And I thought this video was really great. It was published by Graeme Kennerley, one of our traders, and he's been doing a whole series of videos on the journey of an apprentice. Basically what it's like, or the journey you take from a complete beginner up to a qualified, experienced trader. And he's listing out all the lessons that you'll sort of go through in the hope that you'll be able to learn those up front and shorten your journey and make that path from a beginner to an expert as short as possible. And this video is called the 5 key factors to improving your trading records. So I'll put this on now. I just want to remind you that coming up on the 10th of May is our live trading day. Now it's $449 US, but if you're a PP member, this is the paid version of this, which is called Precision Perspectives. If you're a member of our paid video newsletter, you get to come along for that for free. So if you've been thinking about joining Precision Perspectives for a while now is the best time ever to do that, because you're going to get that free live trading day included in your monthly subscription. Alright, I'll pass you on to this video now. Hope you enjoy it and have a great weekend.
Hi everyone, Graeme Kennerley here. I've had the privilege and the pleasure of being involved in all 5 of the Precision Trading Alliance groups that are presently underway, and I want to report here as to what are the 5 key factors that are generally reported by these members as making the most improvement to their trading results. Now, many of the members have had individual type aha experiences or learnings or realizations, but these are pearls of wisdom that have come collectively from the PTA members, and I thought you'd be very interested in knowing what it was that they're saying about their trading progress. Now, I won't mention anyone in particular, but I'm sure if any of you are watching this, you will recognize your own quote, and I really like this quote. "I can evaluate consistency, I cannot evaluate inconsistency." And I thought this was absolutely terrific. It summarizes so much about what we're doing in the groups. All of the record keeping, all of the screenshots, all of the self-evaluations. It's all about being able to go back and track your own trading behavior, and therefore being able to identify mistakes and make improvements. But you can't do that if you're being inconsistent with how you're applying your trading techniques. If we track our mistakes, then we can correct them. And we've had 2 or 3 members who have had quite good trading results, like their winners are outstripping their losers, but their cash position isn't getting any better. And when you drill down through that, you find, as a result of them keeping good records, that in one case the person was not applying the correct position size. There was inconsistency in the position size, and in another case the person kept closing out the trade before it hit target, wanting to lock in a profit, being afraid of the trade turning back against them. And of course this resulted in both cases in lower percentage cash advantages against what their winners and losers rate was. Now, there is another thing that's coming through, and that's a great value in having a written routine or timetable. This is especially true for people who are fitting in trading around full-time jobs or part-time jobs, family responsibilities and other commitments. And in several cases we've had people that have found that the anxiety dropped away once they were able to write up a timetable or a schedule and allocate that to their trading. This also helped with things like dealing with disruptions, and also knowing ahead themselves when they were going to trade, when they were available for scanning, and that sort of thing. So it's a simple exercise, and yet several people have been helped by it, and it's something that I would encourage you to do. And even us full-time traders occasionally find, and I've found recently that I've had a number of disruptions in my trading week, and I've had to go back to the basics of saying, okay, what is my trading routine? I have to claim back what my trading routine is. So I've learned something from this as well. Another key factor that's coming through is identifying and attending to our trading weaknesses. This is one of the exercises we do. We identify trading strengths and weaknesses, and we look at the trading weaknesses in particular because our trading weaknesses will show up in our trading results. We're only human, and any trading weaknesses we have will tend to get repeated over and over again. And the gift in finding out and identifying these trading weaknesses is that once the problem's identified, the problem is usually 90% solved, because trading weaknesses are usually quite easily able to be turned around. For example, someone might consider that a trading weakness of theirs is that they can't keep to a timetable, or that they have difficulty with arithmetic, or sort of mechanical things like this. So it's quite easy to simply rectify that. Those weaknesses are able to be turned around, in some cases actually turned into trading strengths, and this in turn leads on to better profitability along the bottom line. Now, standout trades is about experience, and I was interested that several of our members have got to the point of saying that it's about time in front of the screens, it's about experience, it's about getting comfortable with looking at trades before they fully mature out and deciding whether they're a standout trade or not. And even Nick McDonald said earlier this week in one of his videos that he's finally decided that for him a standout trade is one that has nothing running against it. You'll often hear Nick saying things like, well, if I have to and ah, then usually no trade. But interestingly, what he said earlier this week was, if I can find no disadvantage in the trade, if there's nothing against it, then it's a standout trade. So standout trades are about experience, but flawless execution of standout trades is about discipline. And there's a big difference here. Experience on the one hand to identify and take standout trades, but flawless execution of those standout trades is all about discipline. And as one of our members very rightly said, if I flawlessly execute a whole lot of low-grade trades, then I'm going to end up with a whole lot of low-grade results. And of course he was quite right. But the point is, if we apply flawless execution even in the average trades, we're at least applying our consistency to this, and we can go back and drill down and identify what trading errors we were making or learn from that. But it was an astute observation all the same. So where does all this lead us? Well, I've said it dozens and dozens of times before, and I'll simply repeat myself. Flawless execution is what leads to consistent profitability. It's easy to say, it's more difficult to do. I hope you've learned something from this. I hope you've had one or two realizations out of this video. Please feel free to leave comments and ask questions. It's the comments and questions in the comments box that leads us on to being able to answer other questions you've got and identifies what areas you would like us to cover. Happy trading, everyone, and I'll talk to you again soon.